The image of Daniel 2. What is it? An idol, a god to be worshipped. How can we tell? How can we be sure? First, note Strong's definition of the word translated image. Strong number 6755. Tselem, Tselem. Chaldee, corresponding to Strong 6754, the Hebrew. An idolatrous figure, form, image. Okay, so we have Strong's definition, but is there nothing else? How can we tell? How can we be sure that the image is an idol, a god to be worshipped? Note also 1. King Nebuchadnezzar's reaction to the vision of Daniel 2, and 2. The references made to the image of Daniel 3. First, King Nebuchadnezzar's reaction to the vision of Daniel 2. King Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the metallic image. And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Daniel 2:1. Note it says, his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Sounds like a nightmare to me. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. Verse 31. Note it says, image, which by Strong's definition is an idol. But why? Why was his spirit troubled, and his sleep brake from him? Why was this vision of the great image? Why was it a nightmare for the king? Why? Because in the vision, his dream, he saw an idol, a god. His god gets smashed, destroyed, demolished. Certainly a nightmare for a pagan such as the king. Now that we have seen King Nebuchadnezzar's reaction to the vision of Daniel 2, and why he reacted the way he did, now the references made to the image of Daniel 3. The image of Daniel 3. Why do we seek for answers concerning the image of Daniel 2 from the image of Daniel 3? Because the two images are connected, related to one another, as will be seen shortly. The Daniel 2, Daniel 3 connection. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God for ever and ever. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. Daniel 2:20 and 21. So God is in control of the rise and fall of kingdoms. Thou, Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon, art this head of gold, and after thee shall arise another kingdom. Daniel 2:38 and 39. God says Babylon has an end. Its time is limited. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold. Daniel 3:1. Nebuchadnezzar says Babylon has no end. Its time is unlimited. It will last forever. The construction of the image of Daniel 3 was a rebellious act. Nebuchadnezzar wished to say that, contrary to his dream of Daniel 2, contrary to God's decree, Babylon would last forever. A prerequisite for a clear message is identical images. Returning to the image of Daniel 3, since the image of Daniel 3 is the image of Daniel 2, all in gold, what does Daniel 3 have to say concerning the image of Daniel 2? The image of Daniel 3, a god? There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Daniel 3:12. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Daniel 3:14. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. Be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Daniel 3:16-18. Notice how worship the golden image is paired with serve Nebuchadnezzar's gods, leading to the conclusion that the golden image must be one of Nebuchadnezzar's gods. But which god? Which god is the image of Daniel 3? And equally, which god is the image of Daniel 2? As both images are the same, representing the same god which Nebuchadnezzar saw destroyed. Nebuchadnezzar's god, Marduk. We will let Nebuchadnezzar tell us who his god is himself with one of his own inscriptions. Our source. The location of our quote. The inscriptions of which a translation follows was found at Babylon by Sir Harford Jones Bridges, and now forms part of the India House collection. It is engraved on a short column of black basalt, and is divided into 10 columns, containing 619 lines. The key thing to note here is that our inscription is part of the India House collection. Here's a picture of our inscription. The short column of black basalt described in the text. It is known as the East India House inscription, or the inscription of Nebuchadnezzar from the East India House slab, and is located in the British Museum. Returning to our source, inscription of Nebuchadnezzar, column 1, line 1, Nebuchadnezzar, line 4, worshipper of Marduk. Wilson, Epiphanius, Babylonian and Assyrian literature, comprising the epic of Izdubar, hymns, tablets, and cuneiform inscriptions. Revised edition, New York, The Colonial Press, 1901, page 251. Returning to the picture of our inscription, the East India House inscription. Here's a hand drawn of its cuneiform inscription, with its translation, with the name of Nebuchadnezzar's god, Marduk, highlighted in red. Where is Marduk's name in the cuneiform inscription, you might ask? Right here. Why point this out? Because knowledge of the meaning of his name, which is derived from the cuneiform, will become necessary very shortly. Here are 2 actual drawings of Marduk, chief god of Babylon, from Babylon. The statue of Daniel 2 would have perhaps looked similar to one of these. Did Israel, Judah, know of Marduk? Yes, and interestingly, they associated the smashing of Marduk's image, reminiscent of the smashing of the image of the vision of Daniel 2, with the destruction of Babylon. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her, Babylon's, land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Jeremiah 50:2-3. Returning back to the Babylonian artwork of Marduk. Why Marduk? Why make the statue of Daniel 2 and Daniel 3 Marduk?